Hi, my name's Sonia and welcome to 10 Fitzgibbon Street, North Ipswich. Come on through. So this house is actually a 50 square metre one bedroom granny flat. We have got 50 square metre of decks over 2 levels at the back of it. So it's a fairly small compact size. This is actually a version, I call it version 2, Mark 2. I built it to lock up and I had a couple of kids burn it down, so this is the rebuild of that. This property, when I bought it 4 or 5 years ago, was actually, had a condemned house on it. It was a pre-1900s, so it was an 1860s, 1870s workers' cottage. And before I got council approval to demolish it, my brother and I came through and we stripped a lot of the timber that wasn't eaten by termite or badly damaged by water. So this breakfast bar is just an example of what we've used some of the timbers for. I'd managed to retain, even through the fire, a couple of piles of recycled timber. These chairs actually lived through the fire. This is more recycled timber on top, thanks to Bundamba Men Shed. So ceiling lights, this one here was one of my favourite lights that I'd purchased, so that came through the fire as well. Another example over there, the kitchen shelf there. That was actually a piece of timber that was on site here. This is a little bit different to probably a lot of granny flats. This has actually got 3 metre high ceilings. So when you've got a small space, if you've got extra ceiling height, you have that feeling of spaciousness, even though it might be a small compact size. Yeah, so this bathroom, so this building is actually 5 metres deep by 10 metres long. That makes the 50 square metre that you're allowed in Ipswich for a granny flat. So this bathroom is about 4 metres long by just under 2 metres wide. The shower cavity there is actually a huge big space. So a lot of recycled stuff in here. You can see the vanity there. You can see here, this is actually the bedroom. There's no doorway to the bedroom here, and because you've got the 3 metre high ceilings, it's a really nice open feel. You can see when we flip around the doorway to the bathroom area there, we picked up some really cheap hollow, what do they call them, hollow core doors there that we put some steel around, put a bit of vinegar on it so it looks like it's caught in rusted steel. For the barn door fixtures, we actually used recycled timber there. The lights here, I had recycled from another project. Things like the carpet as well. Even though it's not a big bedroom size, it was like the end of a roll, so we were able to save some money there as well. So this dwelling here, it's 5 metres by the 10 metres here. We've actually got 50 square metre of deck space over 2 levels. So I've got to have some glass pool panels there. Always wanted to be able to open the front door and look at the back there. So I'll have a really nice old timber door there. I like passive solar orientation. So this is northern light. We're in southeast Queensland here in Ipswich here, so we've got the western setting sun there. So you'll see the only window is actually a gallery window. So that's, what do they call it, a special laminated glass that you have to have approved because of cooking there. So this space here was going to be is going to be the dining space. That there in the dividing wall, I said to the carpenters on the day at the time, if we could make rather than just have a wall, so we've got another storage cupboard here. We go down 3 stairs that you'll see. A lot of old recycled timber here. Recycled timber down here. So this is what I call the garden room. This is my favourite room. I just keep a stool and sit in here. So when the carpenters were doing this wall here, we had a storage room that side, and then I've had a cupboard made for this alcove and recess area here. So it's about 3 o'clock during the day. You can just see the sun going down. So what are we, mid-August, 17th of August. When we design a granny flat, you do east-west. So you have northern light. North light is the best light in terms of living. You can see here the garden, a lot of recycling in the garden as well. I was hunting for some curved bricks for the top of the old Besser block walls. Those Besser blocks are second-hand. These, I think they were from gum trees. A woman down in Brisbane, just on the other side of Brisbane, had them in her yard. So I managed to find bricks that were curved both sides because you just can't buy them these days. So had some turf laid. That's corten steel, so that's a 6 metre diameter corten steel turf. As you can see, I've got clover. So I've got a little orchard here. Everything that's in here is miniature, so I've got miniature mulberry bushes. They don't grow to more than 2 metres. I get about 3 crops a year out of those. I've got a miniature mango, miniature fig, and a small lime tree there. I've got some tubs along here that I just grow my vegetables in as well. This gravel is actually jasper. You can't get it anymore. It was from a disused mine out of Texas, but I managed to get the last bit of it there. We haven't painted the outside yet. There's still a few small bits and pieces to do on the inside, and then we'll do the outside. So I was going to do a black and white colour scheme just to make the garden pop a bit more. Even things like the pavers that we've got there in the gravel there. Boral used to have a seconds. They're like $21 a paver, and because they don't quite make the 50 mil criteria, I think I paid $5.37 for those pavers. All the rocks that you see through the property, the excavator operator that we use, his previous home was out at Ripley there. He had a great pile of rocks there, and he knows I'm a mad gardener, so he actually offered them. So when he came to start doing the footings and a bit of work here, he bought a great pile of them on the back of his truck there, so that was really good. Yeah, so thanks for your time. While it's not a completed project, we haven't got that much to go, so I'll just keep working at it. I've had a friend stay here for a little while now, so that's been really good. So any questions, happy to answer them if I can. Okay, Sonia from 10 Fitzgibbon Street, North Ipswich. Thank you.